Flute Harvest concert celebration of music. I'm Kalani and in a moment you will meet my co-teacher and friend Clint Goss, and then after that his lovely wife Vera, who will be hosting the show tonight. This is a culmination of a few days of musical play at the Holy Spirit Retreat Center in Encino, California, where amateur musicians, like many of you, come together to learn, to play, to celebrate life through music making. The music you're hearing right now is completely improvised. This is our concert. You'll be hearing from lots of our participants, some of whom just started playing the flute, some of whom have been playing for many years. So stay tuned. We hope you enjoy this. If you do, please leave some comments below, and if you'd like to find out more about Flute Harvest, you can find us at fluteharvest.com. Now I'd like to introduce my colleague, Clint Goss.
Hi everybody. We've been hanging out all week at the Flute School, Flute Harvest, and actually you've seen the flute players walking through in the back. We have harmonic instruments being played down in front, and I'm actually going to get everybody who's off on the sides. These are going to be all the performers for tonight. They're going to play on their flutes. Let's hear your flutes. I'm actually going to start with a kind of a different song. I'm going to actually start with something a little bit different, because often you hear this instrument in the style of New Age music. You often hear it as a very mellow instrument. These are Native American flutes, but traditionally they were played in a bit of a different style. If you went to the Great Plains of North America and heard Indians play this instrument, you might have heard something like this. This is my rendition of the old style of playing. Right? This is a modern flute. This is not an old flute, but I'll do my best to call up the spirit of Doc Tate Nevaquaya and Bilo Kozad. She's going to be your MC for the evening, and she's going to introduce everybody and all the great music we have tonight. So,
first of all, welcome to everyone. A warm welcome. Thank you for joining us today, not only live, but also when you're watching this on YouTube, taped. We want to welcome you to a fabulous evening of fabulous music. I am very honored to be announcing and introducing people that are going to play their hearts out, whether it's on the flute, whether it is on the piano, whether it is on the drums or shruti boxes. So one of the things that I'm going to now introduce is the first person, the first actually pair of people. And as they're coming up, I will talk a little bit about them. The first person, her name is Miss Sarah, And she has been on retreat here in this fabulous Holy Spirit Retreat Center. And then we found out that she is a famous operatic singer, as well as a ballet person who has played internationally in Europe and all over the world. So we are very honored to welcome Miss Sarah, who is going to be accompanied by one of our participants. This is Miss Ruth on the piano. Ruth and Sarah.
Oh, why do the leaves on the mulberry tree whisper differently now? And why is the nightingale singing at noon on the mulberry bough? For some most mysterious reason, this isn't the garden I knew.
what a wonderful start to our concert. Sarah on vocals and Ruth on piano. Thank you very much. Next up, we have a nice flute duet for you. Two people that met here for the first time, and I'd like to welcome up Jim and Nancy. So come on up while you get yourself set to make sure that it's, the right height, etc. And again, that's what happens. People come here, they meet, they say, let's do a duet. Wonderful. We always have the opportunity to perform either with duets, with another person, with a rhythmic instrument, with a piano or accompaniment. Our next person, Mr. Russ, is solo. So a warm welcome for Russ.
Good evening. As a result of the wonderful things I've learned here this week, I've entitled this piece Breakthrough.
Russ, I would like to give your wife, Annie, a shout out. Hi, Annie. Thank you so much for loaning us Russ for this week. I know you must miss him terribly, but we were very happy to have him as part of our group this week. So thank you very much, Annie. Okay, next up, as you just saw, how beautiful the Native American flute sounds solo. Then you saw how it works with duets beautifully. One of the other tools we have in our arsenal is something called a backing track that our next two performers, as they're coming up and getting themselves all set, we've got a little bit jazzier number with a tabla backing track. So I'd like to welcome up here Leslie and Amy. A wonderful example of how you could rock out with the Native American flute and didge. Perfect. Our next performer is, I think, the woman who had traveled the farthest. She is a chaplain from Michigan, and I'd like you to welcome Miss Jackie. how wonderful is it to discover the Native American flute by yourself, for yourself, and then to get to share it with the love of your life, your spouse. That is our next performers, which are Laura and Casey. So what happens when a pair of music therapists walk in the room? No, this is not a joke. It is not the start of a joke, but it is the introduction to our wonderful next set of performers. You've already heard Ruth on the piano, and she is going to accompany Heather on the flute. So, does anyone know what an Aeolian flute is? Well, you're about to find out. I'd like to welcome the next performers up, Grace and Nancy, who are playing the Aeolian Reflections duet for us.
Let us correct that. Only one of us is playing that alien flute. I'm playing the G flute. She's playing the G Aeolian flute. There's a little bit of a difference I found out in class today, or class this week. You ready? Okay.
So while the next group is assembling themselves behind me, how many people do you think we could fit on this stage? What do you think? Guesses? 30. Oh, okay. Not quite that many. But for our next group, we've got, I'm counting, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus a large didge. So maybe that counts for the other 13. Because now we have Amy on the didge, which is great. And then let me see, we've got flutes, we've got a drum, we've got, what else do we, oh, all sorts of instruments. might not have seen such an instrument before. The didge comes all the way from Australia. Do you want to tell a little bit?
Yeah.
You can just, yeah.
This particular one is a California didge made out of a yucca plant, so it's very light. It's not wood. You can see the yucca leaves here when you see it later. And it's got a formed mouth, so it's very easy to play. And you see me doing that at the beginning to loosen my lips.
Thank you. Definitely a strange instrument, lots of great sounds. Next up, I think he drove the most miles to get here because you've already seen our next performer, Casey. Now he's solo, but they came all the way from the Pacific Northwest in their RV, and it took them 3,000 miles. They had 3,000 miles of fun. So, Casey, take it away. Now, we are in this beautiful Holy Spirit Retreat Center that is for the Sisters of Social Service. And we have our very own sister who has been a participant here at Flute Harvest for the past 4 years. So I'd like to welcome back up Sister Grace, and she will, there we go, with Jim. And together they are going to play the chromatic prayer for you. as the next group assembles itself, you might very well wonder, okay, how do all these acts get together? How do the performers get together? Well, one of the things is we've been together about 4 days, and, Clint was noodling on the piano there, and one by one, people started to be drawn to him. They had a good jam, and they said, okay, let's do it for the concert. So I would like to welcome Clint on piano. We've got Pat on the flute. We've got Nancy on the drums, and we've got Russ on a flute. So take it away, guys. Well, so far, you've seen the Native American flute played by itself, played with another flute, played with the piano, played with the didgeridoo. We're now going to hear the Native American flute played with the spoken word, with poetry. And I'd like to welcome up Miss Jackie and Miss Nancy.
Love. Seals the holes and cracks of life and living, blossoms in all seasons, inflates and grows with no limitations, enables great feats of courage, strength, endurance, heals all wounds. Love. Enables us to forget and put away the past, answers the questions that seem to have no answers, enables us to experience the authentic essence of soul, nestled inside a fragile physical body. Love. The greatest gift, enabling forgiveness, compassion, empathy, and reaching out beyond yourself. Love. So complex, so simple, so easy, yet so hard. It requires us to let go and accept who we all are without reservation. Love is the essence that, when we die, releases into the universe and settles like fairy dust on those we shared it with. It stays working its magic forever. Love is our final companion on our journey home. Love, pure, unadulterated love. Love just is. It is the essence of I am.
Now our next quartet, as they're assembling themselves, is a little bit about the Native American flute. If you might know, it comes in a number of different keys: A minor, G minor, F sharp. And our next quartet is calling themselves the Effin' Sharps. So I would like to introduce Amy, Grace, Ruth, and Leslie. So you could tell that group did not have any fun doing that number. The Native American flute has a lot of different notes in it. It's got a lot of different scales in it. And our next pair of people, if you close your eyes, Jim and Leslie are going to transport you to the Far East with their Miyako Bushi scale. And now you can open your eyes, but close them again, because we are going to be transported via Heather and Ruth's next performance to the Middle East. Our next penultimate song, next to the last song, is a song that we all know. And it is a song of thanks for blessings for everything that we've received this week together here at Flute Harvest. And it is the wonderful, amazing grace that is going to be played by our very own Anne.
Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in tonight. It's been a pleasure to listen to everybody playing. If you like it, give us a like. Remember to hit that thumbs up down there. Go to fluteharvest.com and join us for the next year as we play the blues. Let's hear some rhythm. Ba ba bum ba. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's hear the flute tootin' blues. 1, 2, 3. Good night.